Ladies and gentlemen, how are you? This is Moltrix, the moment everyone's been waiting for the past, I don't know, let's say year. You can play Demon Hunters now. This is hour 1, day 1 of the Demon Hunters starting area. When there's a cinematic, I'm going to go ahead and shut up, let you guys enjoy it, and then I'll get back to the commentary and we can rock our Demon Hunters.
Illidan, my demon hunters. With countless worlds burning in the Legion's wake, you answered the call. Yet these mortals in their ignorance have come to destroy their own salvation. Our time is short. I will deal with these intruders. You must venture to Mardoom and retrieve the Sargerite keystone. Now go, but remember, should you fail, all worlds will burn.
Wow, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if you're like me, but I always thought Illidan was an evil character. I was like, man, I want to kill this guy. I went back to Black Temple just to slap him up a few times at high level, just to show him who's boss. Then all of a sudden in the cutscene, you find out, you might have already known, I didn't know personally, but Illidan was basically...
Keystone is the crux of my plan to defeat the Burning Legion. It is
Illidan's just letting us know what's going on.
Find it and return to the Black Temple.
Alright, so I need the Sargeras Keystone. There's so many people online right now. I dropped my graphics because, I mean, it's literally lagging hardcore in the game. I don't like that because if I'm filming, we gotta have it good. Alrighty, our first ability is Fell Rush, which dashes forward, deals damage to enemies in our way. Our second ability is Demon Bite. It's our standard attack that grants our energy. And the third is Chaos Strike. It's a spend strike that basically does higher damage. Whoa, look at that Fell Rush. That was awesome. Everywhere there's voice acting. Everyone's yelling around you. The other demon hunters, you're like rallying. You have a battle cry going on. Everybody's like, you're fighting the Legion. We need a Sargeras Keystone to help Illidan. And also, you've seen the warriors were coming to Black Temple to fight Illidan. So it's like a flashback, I believe, to Burning Crusade. So that's really awesome. Look at our junior warglaives. I talked about those now in like 3 different videos. I was like, I can't wait. We're gonna have our own warglaives. Because I don't know if you're like me, but I never got those bad boys to drop from Black Temple. No matter how hard I tried, it was like, nope, warglaives are not coming with you, dear sir. Not with you. These character models are awesome looking. I'm talking about the enemies. They have good detail to them, even when you're turned on low graphics. Everything updated. I can't wait. I'm building a computer right now that has a FX 8350 8-core processor. But let's get back to the gameplay. There's a bunch of people around, no one has a guild, so I was like, hey, maybe I'll invite people to guild. I realized I don't have a guild either, because I'm a noob, because you don't get automatically invited to your own guild. Right now, the quest is to slay demons, so I'm just going around slaying demons. We gotta kill 15 of them, so it's like a basic, like, start the assault, kill some demons, get your footing, and then they're gonna give you something else to keep going along. That's just getting... I'd say alright XP, it's not a huge amount of XP. Look at that, that's just a normal mob. To me that looks like a boss. If I typically seen that, I'd be like, yo, there's a rare elite right there, or a boss. And in Legion they're like, nah, that's just your standard characters. You don't have to go around finding those. We're gonna give you some awesome things right here, right now. I can't wait to get the Fell Saber, because I've heard it's really soon in the starting area. It's not like you don't have to do a bunch of things or really earn it. It's kind of given to you as a reward just to help you get along faster, help the invasion, or help the Illidari get here quicker and bring their armies to fight the Legion. everything's so confusing because whenever I reference Demon Hunters or the Illidari, I thought Legion, because I was like, yo, these guys are part of the Legion, that's why you had to fight Illidan and Black Temple. But nope. Take those bad boys out. I need one more demon to complete my quest. The loot really isn't worth picking up. It's like just silver. Like, I know that sounds silly. It's still silver. But I don't want to fill up my beds. At this point, I didn't realize that I have 20 slot beds. Like, they just start you off with 20 slot beds. It should have dawned on me, but nothing did. So I go ahead and I activate that, and we got
Sayana, Jace, Alari, find the keystone. Now, let's see about activating that gateway.
Alrighty, so I ripped down the Legion banner. Ken Sun Fury came in, and he's gonna give me a new quest now. I'm gonna hand this in. I'll scroll over the reward just for a second, so if you guys want to pause the video, you can check out the new armor. What's cool about this is everything that we're adding from here is gonna go into your transmogrification system, so you'll have it for your other characters, which is awesome. We need to open up 3 gates, and it says summon the rest of the forces. Basically, we're invading the Legion. Kind of ironic, right? Because that's what everybody's always wanted to do. Like, you're coming to our world, son, we gonna come to your world. We gonna take you out. And I'm not talking about dinner, son. I said son way too many times. But let's roll. Fell Rush. The mobility of this class is super fun. Alright, so you get a jump, and then you could double jump, just like a standard like jump then jump, or you can hit it a 3rd time at the top of your 2nd jump, and you activate little fell wings, and you can just kind of like glide forward. Reminds me of a warlock.
Illidan himself.
Yeah, boy, there's my fell saber. I told you I didn't think it was that long into here. I never watched the Comic-Con footage because I wanted to see when it went live to see if it was the same. You know what I mean? Because sometimes quests or different things get tweaked up. And the Ash Tongue are here. I always kind of thought they were Draenei. I'm learning all sorts about the lore now that I'm actually paying attention and not just trying to rush through the game and say, whatever, you know.
See one of the gateways activate.
Doom Commander Baelish.
Full report. No!
We need to take that mother trucker down. I feel like we've ran into him somewhere before, but I can't quite recall the specific instance or the time that we've seen him. But that name sounds way too familiar to just be a new character. Alrighty.
Over here.
There she is. Let's talk to this bad girl. Looks like we got something going on. Enter the Illidan Ashton, Ildari Ashton. That was like kind of the subtext to the quest there. And we got 2 more new quests that's also gonna give us gear. You can't go wrong with that. I have to kill the Inquisitor Baleful and take his power. So it sounds like we're gonna kill a demon. And what I've heard about the lore is that you actually absorb the blood and like the soul of demons. So it's kind of like gaining their power straight for yourself, which is like a medieval thing, like when they ate the hearts out of their enemies and everything because they thought they gained strength. And really it was probably just all the nutrition that they're lacking. Wow, that guy just spawned in the background there, and he's huge. I don't want to mess with him. These guys look like they have fell flamethrowers on their back, and there's a trapped Illidari, so I'm going to go ahead and pop these guys, try to get the key, and then I'll open up my friend and let her go. I'll be like, girl, you know, keep my number, I help you get free. You do not want to fall into that fell lava, because that stuff just starts hitting you for thousands. Blizzard actually thought, they're like, hey, if people need to learn not to get into stuff for raid mechanics, we better add it into questing zones so they're already used to it. As you see, there's a bonus objective here that I'm 20% through. Like, you just kill people and it'll give you XP and gold. You really should do these. There's 0 reasons just to skip over it, because relatively you get most of it done while you're doing the quest. Here's
Demon hunters are using the gateways.
yes, Baelish.
Who is this? Speak.
We're gonna own this mother trucker. Take him down. I don't know why he has to talk to us when he's got one of those bad boys sitting in a lava pit. It seems like that thing would be able to do like a Kamehameha and take out everybody on this hillside. But there's me thinking again. That darn Thomas. Heading up here, we're at 35% on the bonus objective, and I'm being a noob and not using my Fell Saber. Like, come on, Thomas. You just got your new mount. Oh, wow. I had to sacrifice that guy? I don't know if he's seen that coming. That was a little... I need to gain his spirit to open up the portal. This stuff is awesome. In order to do something, there's a sacrifice. So that's pretty cool. It doesn't feel...
Commander, I present the Coil Scar.
The Coil Scar. That's awesome.
Lord Illidan sends his best wishes for a speedy success.
So basically, she talked to
I
Illidan,
assume
so
the
she must have
foothold has
had
been
like
established.
other contact with him after we
Let's
went through
go.
the gate that he summoned. Because she sounds like she just got done talking to him. Like Lord Illidan sends his best wishes. Like he already talked to her and was like, "Yo, girl, when you go on the other dimension, make sure you tell my guys. I forgot to tell them because I sent them off in a hurry. Make sure they take care of themselves." Look at that. We're just, when you open up the gate, like the invasion's coming in. It's not just like, oh, we're gonna sit here and pretend to do nothing because it was part of the quest. It's like, no, we're gonna take the ass whooping to the Legion. That's why you brought us here. There's another person freed. I don't know why these people wandered off by themselves, Blizzard. Can you tell me that? Why are they wandering off when it's the middle of the Legion invasion? We should be sticking in packs. There's the Fell Saber. The thing that I think everybody's been waiting to see. It looks beautiful. It has like a chartreuse glowing tail. That's really unique. I use the chartreuse because that's like a thing that they, with the fishing baits, and oh god, I'm way too into fishing. That's when you know I'm into fishing, when they're like the chartreuse color. Anybody that's a hardcore bass fisherman knows about chartreuse. Back to World of Warcraft though. Don't get distracted, Thomas. We're heading towards this big ass fell boss. And let's see if I can just throw my boomerang, warglaive, and take him out. No, it actually doesn't look like he's targetable. It must be that another person spawns in front of him. I already have a key, but the guy isn't here. Everybody's just kind of waiting for him. So I'm going to see if I can hop to the side, find something to kill real quick. Maybe for my bonus objective, get that done, and then once I see that person spawn back in, or whoever it is, I'll head back there. Wow. I think they just spawned. Yep, they did. That was quick. That's the key. If you want something to spawn that's a rare, just leave. Blizzard's like, yeah, they left. Spawn it in. There's a bunch of people. I'd say there's probably 4 demon hunters with me, but in total, I've seen probably 30 people this far. Just it's hard to notice them at first because you think they're NPCs because we all look identical and we don't have guilds. So you're like, oh hey, it's an NPC. And then you realize you're like, oh no, that guy's from this server, that guy's from that server. Oh okay. It starts clicking. Take him down. And I've absorbed his energy, so that's basically part of the basic lore like we're talking about. We absorb the demon souls. I guess that's why we're demon hunters, because we feed off them also. So we're gonna take them down. Going back to head in the quest, I have 3 to hand in. Looks like we're 3 bars into 98. I didn't realize I might have got a new ability. It looks like down on my bar I have Eye Beam, which is that new ability that when you're attacking someone and you gain enough energy, you can literally just like float up in the air, turn into a demon, and shoot a laser beam straight out of your face. You can't go wrong with that. Guys, this has been the first episode. I really hope you enjoyed this. I took the end part of the commentary a little lax, but I did that for a reason, just because I wanted to chillax and let you guys know a little bit more about me. Alrighty, it's been Moltrix. Take it easy and click over to part 2. Peace.